Jolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and it is an exciting time with all the new stuff from Mirror Universe Part 2 now. And today I want to give you a little preview of the first of the new 4 offices and the most important one of the 4 offices as it is. But before I talk about the epic new officer, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you'll be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Mirror Kira. She's, as I said, the epic officer of the 4. There's 1 epic, 3 rare new officers. And she will be really important, and I will tell you in this video why, at least from Scopely's point of view, as they claim. But first, let's have a look at the standard stuff. She's class command, which means you will need command badges later to upgrade her. She's from the group Mirror Universe, which means if she's captain, she can get synergy from others of that group, or she can give synergy to a captain of that group. And that is the thing that is supposed to happen when she's on the bridge with him. And she's from the faction Terran Empire, and I don't have her yet, but I think that you will need Trillium, as with Picard and Data, to upgrade her later. And of course, if you've seen Deep Space Nine, you will know Mirror Kira. There were several episodes about the Mirror Universe, and that's also the reason why there's quite a long text here in the info box. There's always a text about the officers in the info box, but for those from the series or some movies, they are sometimes longer, and this is a really long one, and you indeed might want to read it even if you've seen Deep Space Nine. But now let's talk about her abilities. Her captain maneuver is intoxication, and that means that on round start against players, Mirror Kira increases your apex barrier by 1500 each round for 5 rounds, and that's cumulative. And that's indeed a nice one, because when you get 1500 and then another 1500, another 1500, you know, as they always say, that the 10,000 apex barriers brings you another 100% for your sustainability. And so it is something that might really work, although Scopely says not to use her as captain if you have the full set of officers I'll talk about later. And there's one little thing that you have to keep an eye on. If you don't have the full set but want to use Kira, for example, with Tal, her captain maneuver does not work with Tal on the bridge, so don't put him there. Her important ability, though, is the officer ability, and that's a little excitement. On round start against players with Assimilate, Mirror Kira increases your shots by 15%, and in the end at rank 5 at 40%, each round for 5 rounds, and that's once again cumulative. So you definitely, if the ship is Assimilate, and that will happen in that crew that I will talk about in a second, she will get 15% more shots every round for 5 rounds. And if that adds up, you can see why she will cause more shots for your ship, and that's definitely really helpful. And now we come to the crew part that Scopely talked about in the preview. You might have seen my preview video for the new arc on Tuesday, and they already mentioned that Scopely in their announcement already said that the crew with Mirror Picard as captain, with Mirror Data on the bridge and Mirror Kira on the bridge, is the best PvP crew that is there now. Cannot test it yet because I don't have her yet, but I hope to have her soon and within the next weeks if I'm lucky. But then I will be able to make the tests. I cannot do that before, but Scopely says this will be the best PvP crew for the moment. And so it is quite important to get Mirror Kira, but that's why you know now that why it doesn't make sense to use her captain maneuver, but to use her officer ability on the bridge with a different captain. Of course, I cannot show you the away team traits she has. She will have 3 of those, but it's impossible to have her at this stage, so I can only see that once I've got her. And you know that I always do these previews of the new officers before anybody is able to get them. But later on in my A to Z officer series, after getting those officers, I always include them and then finally show the whole thing, and also then can confirm if it works with the PvP crew or not. So you will definitely see another Mirror Kira video in the future. And if she's working, of course, I have to make an update of my PvP crews video. I said I hope that I will get her within the next weeks, and that's because of the way that it is possible, at least, to get her. First of all, we need to go to the battle pass for a second. There are a few Mirror Kira shards in here. There are 2 in the free path here. Haven't seen any there. And then there is another 4 at the end of the free path, and there's another 9 in the elite path. So it's 15 Kira shards you can get via the battle pass if you have the elite path, and especially this month I really suggest to have it. I talked about this in my video yesterday, why I think the elite pass path for, I mean the 23 euro one, not the 100 euro one, is quite important this month. And there's another chance to get her. That's what I was hoping for in my preview video, and for this we have to go to my station and to the hologram. There will once again be 2 recruit events, and one, I just have to find them, there it is. It will be an SMS again and an SLB again, and that will be the next 2 Saturdays again. So like it was with Archer, like it was with Mirror Picard, you have the same chance of getting Mirror Kira by spending G3 materials or higher. So I'm hoping that I will be able to spend enough. Will be a bit harder to get enough materials together. The SLB will especially be interesting. In my bracket, are there the 61 plus people in there again? Then it's much harder to score in an SLB. Or do they finally get their own bracket? They made a test recently in one event. I would really prefer them to get their own bracket in this recruit SLB, because I would score much higher there. But this is a chance to get those officers. I did get Archer that way, and I did get Mirror Picard that way, via the recruit SMS and the SLB. And so in the next 2 weeks I will try to get Mirror Kira the same way, and that's the only way at the moment to get her via the game. There were some shards in the shop as well, but that was far too expensive from my point of view. So I will completely have to rely on the battle pass and those 2 recruit events for 2 Saturdays. But the video will stay on, so even after some people got Mirror Kira, until I make the next video about her after the testing, please always put your experiences in the comments. Have you been able to get her? Is she working with the PvP crew, as Scopely says? We are all quite curious to learn that. And if you have videos that you would like to see, so video requests or questions in general, you know that I regularly read the comments. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.